Right guys, Mark Crossfield here, match-up time, Ping G30 hitting up against Titleist 915 D2. Let's give these two drivers a hit. They're both similar, all the same CC and head shape. Got some different tech on them, but we're trying really to sell to maybe the same group of people. Let's show you what they're all about. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, quick match-up between Ping G30 against Titleist 915 D2. So both of these heads are 460. They both come with changeable necks, so you can change the loft. Titleist has sure fit, which allows you to change the loft by a bigger amount than G30 does. I think G30 is just 1 degree if I remember correctly, but it changes it by fine-tuning it. The sure fit neck changes a bit by quite a few more lofts, and it also changes lie independent as well to try and dial in ball flight. So you change in lie to try and get the ball going, maybe shaping or moving or starting slightly differently in the air. You get turbulators on the top of the Ping G30, these ridges, which are meant to help increase club head speed. Action recoil channel visible tech you get on the bottom of the Titleist 915 D2. This allows the face to move and spring evenly top and bottom to give kind of faster ball face, and kind of more responsive, user-friendly face in theory. They're both black in appearance. They both look very similar. If anything, the Ping looks a fraction more squished and therefore stretched back at the back, but both look pretty friendly. Let's hit some with the G30 to start from Ping. We've got some Pro V1X Titleist balls, my gaming ball, and GC2 HMT down on the floor, so we will give some real ball data at the end of this video, but I think you could probably guess the distances on these two clubs. Yes, let's see how they look and feel, which is an important buying criteria as just thinking you want to max out a driver that's been maxed and built to tolerances all the same. Anyway, let's give it a hit. The Turbulators on the top of this club, I didn't like them at the start when I first looked at G30, but they really do frame the ball up nicely. They kind of all point in at the ball, and I actually really like the look of this club now. This is one of my, I could so game this no problem, and I've almost put this one in the bag. It does look good down by the ball. It's a very loud sound off the face, which I don't mind. I expect this club to do that. I think some people might think it's maybe too loud for them, but it's a good, I like the sound of it. It sounds a little bit like a gun going off. Let's give it another hit. What turbulators actually do, guys, I wouldn't personally be buying this club because it's got turbulators on top, apart from the physical looks. I think only the very fast swingers would see any increase in ball speed or club head speed and then onto ball speed, and it would be very, very small. Let's give it another hit. Hit that one really nicely. Ping say they offer lower backs, low CGs, you know, they've not gone forwards like other companies. This is gamed as a very stable, user-friendly kind of club is the idea. How much an MOI going up and down on the MOI readings actually makes a difference in real gaming. Well, I'm actually investigating that a bit now and finding some interesting results, but we'll come back to that. But this one is definitely sold as a high MOI club, so you're going to get reluctance to twist on miss-hit shots, and you're still going to get decent ball speeds on miss-hit strikes. With this one, maybe on some others, is the idea with that. So let's compare that up to D2 915 from Titleist. Action recoil channels is there, physical tech in there at the bottom. It sits by the ball lovely and square, black all over, clean top lines. This is a classic, good-looking Titleist club. I think the only thing Titleist struggle with is that your average golfer still thinks that Titleist is your better players club. The D2 could be gamed by anyone on the planet, from a beginner to a tour pro, because it is a friendly looking high MOI club. I'm sure, I don't know the MOI number on this club, but I can't imagine it's that dissimilar to that one. Something I'll look up for you guys maybe, and if we get going in the comments, get back to you on it. But Titleist is so perceived by people as just a player's brand. It is, but this could be played by anyone. Looks great by the ball. Similar in sound, similar in feel. It's hard to tell the difference on some of these clubs when you get into these brackets where the companies are building to the same market, if you like. Apart from the physical branding, We're really talking small differences in kind of what I feel, hear, see. It'll be interesting to see if the numbers produce anything different. Hit that one nicely as well. I slightly pushed it but struck it really solid. Let's take a look at some of the numbers, guys. Let's see if there is any difference in performance. I'll be shocked if there's anything major difference in these two. If a student came to me with these two drivers complaining of not being able to hit good drives, or wanting to change their driver because they wanted to see real physical differences in some performance numbers, I would be worried, because I don't think you can beat these two. Really, they're just, you know, well made from two companies who have a lot of pride in producing clubs as good as they can, like they all do. Let's check the numbers out and see if there is any kind of major difference between these two clubs. Here we go, guys, then, the all-important numbers time. Anyone who watches my videos lots, the numbers I think you can see when we guess where the distance going. But let's start with Ping G30. 259 carry, topping out at 271. That's a really good hit. That one's spinning down at 1.4, shot 5 there. What's going on with the strike on that one? High toe. It's a high toe. It's always long ball for me. Takes spin off, gives it a little bit of leftward turn as a general rule, which is what's giving me long ball there. Strike more than everything else. Dropping down to the lowest one at 245, strike on that one, 8mm low and slightly out the toe. So high toe to low toe. What are we looking at the difference in the spins there? Where have we gone? 3.2 down to 1.4. It's doubling, over doubling on my strike. Not shaft, not CGs, not any of that. My performance, again, is outweighing everything there. Interesting. Carrying in my normal slot, spinning down at 2.3, which is nice and low. And then if you start taking out the high ones, it drops down to 2.2. So if I take out some of the mishits, which I wouldn't want to account for in my game, you know, I can get it down to 2,000 by taking out all the mishits. That's a great performing club. I mean, the G30 just is a great performing club, like they all are, launching up at 16. Now, if we compare that to the Titleist 915 D2, 255 is the longest, is my average, topping out at 260, spinning at 2.7, which was quite interesting. Now, I've hit this club when I first tested it, so in a different place. I was feeling maybe different emotions, might have eaten differently, might have hit less balls prior to the numbers collecting or more, and I have got bigger numbers than this out of it before, which anyone who watches my videos will see. So, I mean, lots of that performance is down to those 10 shots, how I performed on the day. That would not stop me putting it in the bag. It would make me want to do more testing if I wanted to game a Titleist driver. So if I wanted to game a Titleist driver, you see what I'm saying here? If my kind of pre-purchase emotions made me feel like I wanted to game a Titleist club, I like Titleist, you know, I've had them before, I trust it, I want to use it, I would be able to work that data or hit a few more shots to get it to do what I want it to do, if you gave it enough goes. And I think it shows you how close all these clubs are, where if you came to me with a G30 or a Titleist D2, I would have no problems thinking that you've not got a good drive. I would be interested to know what your dynamic loft is when you swing the club, and what angles of attack and path and face the path numbers you produce if you weren't getting the correct numbers out of the driver you were hitting. But when I hit a driver with decent numbers, but maybe my strike slightly varies, so lots more lower on the face on the testing on this one, the spin goes up, I know that's me, that's not the club. And like I say, I've produced good numbers on those clubs. So out of those two, I would go G30 on that test. If you use that test and compared my older Titleist, my first original Titleist 915 D2 test, you'd go on that one all day long. So it's really, you've got to work in then, I'm now talking about feel, size, looks, colours, sounds, because really I think the numbers are going to be so identical with these two clubs. If you are not getting the right numbers out of clubs, you've got to be looking at strikes, you've got to be looking at your delivery. I'm wondering why you get X numbers with one club and not another one. But these two clubs, which are built very much to a similar brief, the numbers are changing by a little bit. So I'm 2.5. You would wonder why they would change. So I'm 2.55 carry on that one. What was I? Sorry, on the Ping. I've forgotten what I was on the Ping G30 on substitute here. So we're talking about 4 yards here, guys. 4 yards. I could buy any of those for 4 yards wouldn't bother me at all. I would literally buy with the brand that I feel more comfortable with. Two very good drivers that would help many golfers out there. Thanks for watching, guys. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think of the numbers. Are you finding you get much better performance out of one than another? You could argue I have got a bit better performance out of the G30 there, but if we did the test again or compared it against tests on other days, you see where I'm going with this? This is where I'm feeling like the numbers on some of these videos maybe don't help people a lot, and some people are getting confused by going, oh, I've watched this video and that one went much further than that one. I mean, for me, they're all performing very, very similar. Post comments. Thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think, and any other reviews you want me to do, I will try and do them. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also, thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.